All right, welcome, folks. Today we're going to be talking about Raycast, which is, I guess the simplest way to explain it is a spotlight replacement. So you're probably familiar with this if you've been on a Mac, where you're able to like search things, and usually it's like Command Space brings this up, and you can search for, Safari, right? And you can see Safari open up. And so this is how you do things. So um, at its core, that's what Raycast is replacing. So you can do the same thing. But it actually does a lot more than that. As you can see, there's all these different plugins, all these different options you can use um, in addition to what you can do with Spotlight. So first of all, I like it better than Spotlight. It just looks cleaner. You can move it around. It's more customizable. Like you can really get it into the right position you want. That in and of itself is better. There's a really great calculator. I do a lot of like kilobytes to gigabytes translations, which I don't like to do. I think you can do like dollar to ruble as well. There's all kinds of like really great little shortcuts in there that you just get by just typing into the Spotlight. So it's a little bit more powerful, even the Apple Spotlight. But what I love most is there's a huge plugin library. And so if you go to extensions, there's all kinds of extensions. So you can do things like Ask Google Calendar, you can list events, you can search contacts. Um, you can set up focus modes. I mean, so this is a fun one, is I could start a focus session and it will block certain things, and that will just kind of live on. So you can see there's my little session. I can say I'm done. It looks really beautiful. So there's a lot there that can happen, which is really cool. But my favorite part is just shortcuts. So instead of going to the Todoist app, I can add a to-do, like check the weather, and bang, that's done. Or if I want to save a Readwise link, I could just copy and paste, and then all of a sudden I have everything I need. So the extensions are really where the power starts to come in because obviously Spotlight doesn't have that available. So there's a ton of stuff you can do with those extensions. Um, but I think my favorite part, the reason that I'll never give this up, is there's just a lot of like ergonomics. So you can do your own key bindings. Oh, that's my OBS settings. You can do your own key bindings, so you can set things up such that certain things pop up when you ask it to. So, like for example, emojis for me is this like kind of special key I set up, and E, which is awesome. Um, my clipboard is there, which is awesome. Really like that. I can snap windows to different places. So, like if I open up Dia, I can actually put it to the left or the right. Um, I can open up applications like this. So there, I just open Safari. Obviously, you can't see me doing any of this because I don't have one of those fancy like keyboard showers. But so the really cool thing that you can do here is you've got basically Spotlight, which is awesome. You have shortcuts for apps like Todoist I showed in Readwise, but you can also bundle together things that require lots of different apps. So a clipboard manager, emoji manager. I actually have a calendar integration here, so you can connect your calendar and have it show up there. I have a music integration with Spotify, so I can pause and play my music from right there. It takes a lot of different things and it puts them into one. And actually, my favorite thing actually is the AI, and this is extra. Everything else I've showed is part of the free version, but um, I could ask it how to use Readwise. And one of the really cool things is like it's just right there, and I'm always in Spotlight switching from thing to thing. And so the AI being there makes it super simple compared to ChatGPT, which is like a whole separate workflow. Obviously, like ChatGPT is a little bit better, but there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with the AI, and it's really nice for just quick questions when I'm in a meeting. Um, yeah, and I'm only really scratching the surface here. There's a lot you can do. You can ask your browser questions. Um, you can talk to your schedule, you can even talk to your clipboard. They have all kinds of stuff and they're always adding new things. And with AI, you can build out a custom extension pretty quickly if you wanted to as well. So I encourage folks to give it a shot, but that's kind of how I use Raycast in my day-to-day.